Talk about this season a little bit and where the offense is, and maybe where this offense is able to go yet, because it feels like that there's some points that have been left out onto the board or off the board for whatever reason. What's going to take for the offense to get to where it needs to be?
Okay, so like for my boy Miles, what he was saying, execution. We have to execute every play that we take. Work hard every day in practice. Take nothing for granted, because like you said, 3-2 is not. It's a good spot for us, but it's not the best spot for us to be. Like Miles said, we had high expectations coming into this season, and all we have to do is just stop talking about it and just work.
Talk about the touchdown catch you had, because that was one to get open, and then two to stay in bounds, and then the score. It was pretty, I mean, that kind of summarized your ability in one play. Just talk about that touchdown catch and everything that went into it.
So in the moment, I seen the scoreboard. We was down 21-0 first quarter, so that just made me more hungry to go out there and make a play. And Caleb, he came in, first drive, I believe. I believe that was his first drive. He told us before the drive, he was like, Barry, go out there, make a play. And that's what I did. And everything else is history for now.
How important, you took advantage of the get to play 3 and still redshirt. How important were those 3 games late last year? You had some success, scored a couple times. How important was that to lay the groundwork for what you're doing this year?
For me, I took it as go out there because I traveled every game, and you have to be a student of the game before you go out there and play. So I was on the sideline taking mental reps every game to see how fast the game is, like how everything operates. And basically, them 3 games was for me to basically get my feet wet for this season here. And it made me more comfortable, connected more with my teammates, and my coaches, everybody, not even just football-wise, community-wise too. Met a lot of nice people that made me love Hayes even more. So I'm just glad to be here and do what I'm doing now.
Obviously, Caleb came in, played well. Jack's been the starter. Who starts Saturday, we'll find out. But as a receiver, does it matter? How do you approach the situation?
To be honest,
like this?
it don't matter, because I love both of them, and I would support anybody who's on the field. If they throw me the ball, it's my job to go catch it. It don't matter where you throw it at, how you throw it. It's my job to go get it. So, yeah, I really don't think about that too much, because I got love for both of them. Support both.
Do both quarterbacks throw a good ball, a good catchable ball?
Oh, yes. Yes. Coming in fall camp this year, the first few weeks, oh, man, the way we was looking, it was dominant. Like, our offense, like we said, we had very high expectations for our offense based off them 2 weeks of fall camp. Like, everything was going smooth, well. It's just little things we have to clean up and fix.
Now, last week Central Oklahoma, high-scoring offense. This week Central Missouri, another high-scoring offense. Potentially a high-scoring game this Saturday. So does the offense feel any pressure of having to match touchdowns and keep it going, or what's your mindset going into a situation like that?
I wouldn't say it's pressure at all, because we all know what we're capable of doing. And like you said, you see them as a high-scoring offense, a guy-scoring team, and I believe we can do the same. So I'm not really worrying about what they have going on right now. I just want to go out there and play ball and put up some points for our team, for the Hayes community, man.
Unlike Bushton, Kansas, Miami, Florida is a How does somebody from Miami end up in Hayes, Kansas?
I would say Coach McCray. When Coach McCray called my phone and he told me how he runs everything up here, how the team is very family orientated. And when I got up here for my visit, I believe April 23rd, I believe I came up here last year, I sat down and talked to Coach Brown, and whoa, that talk right there gave me the spark to like, okay, yeah, this place felt like it could be home for me. And
What was your first impression of Hayes? And please understand, you're not going to make anybody mad by saying it was flat compared to being in Miami. But what was your first impression of Hayes on that recruiting visit?
okay, so the first impression was the weather. When I first got off the plane, I was like, "Whoa, it's a little chilly up here." So it was like, okay, that's one thing I have to get used to, prepare myself for. And another, pardon me, can you restate
Just
the
your
question?
impression of Hayes when
Okay.
you first got here.
When I first came up, because like I'm from Miami, like you say, it's a big city. I would say first impression is like it's a little quiet, and the people up here is very like peaceful and arms opening. So it was nothing bad for real. Like just glad I came to college. So
And to follow that up, what is a game day like for South Dade High School? What's game day like?
game day, I would say, ooh, I miss them days. Uh, game day, that feeling, I would say the competitiveness was through the roof. Because we were all the way at the bottom of the map, and there's a lot of kids down there that's playing ball, fighting their hearts out, just to, you feel me, do something to make to look good for their family, you feel me? So, it's very intense. It's very intense down there, yeah.
Big crowds?
Oh, yes, yes. The energy is, like I said, through the roof, everything, like, I miss it, but
You
love
mentioned
it.
Coach McCray. He has always had a propensity for his receivers to block downfield.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play, you better do that. Was that an adjustment? How do you feel you've adjusted to that philosophy?
See, with Coach McCray, if we're in practice and if you don't turn around and go block somebody, he's going to chew you. So it's, that right there in practice every time, and since from last year, that was one of my problems, like just not turning around, going to block. And he used to always get on me like, Barry, if you want to be great, this is the steps you have to take to go to the next level, to be who you want to be. So I took that and put it into my game this year. And like I tell Shane Watts, like, Shane, I was in your position before. When I was in Little League, I used to play running back, and I know if a receiver don't block downfield, I would be mad too. So I don't want him to chew me, and so I got to do what I have to do to lead this team to success.
Coming from Florida, have you seen snow?
I'd say my first time seeing snow was in, I would say around January 2022, when I played 7-on-7, and we went to Philadelphia, for our 7-on-7 tournament, and that was my first time like actually playing in snow. But I did good. I had a greater performance that game. But up here, it's a different story. It's a different story. Like, it's the winds, like how fast the winds can be with the snow coming down. It is something I had to get used to, but kind of think I'm already getting used to it because it's just a mindset game. So just got to get mentally tough for that.